So hey loves, it's your girl April and I'm back to do a first portion of my video, which is for main chick hair. If you girls already know, I did do a video for them prior. It's probably like a month and a half ago to 2 months ago on my channel, which they sent me some bomb ass ombre, pre-ombre hair, which was out of this world beautiful. So this time around I have some curly hair from them, and in the box there is a coupon code which you can use, which I'll post below, but they do give you human hair care instructions with your hair, as well as that you have your bundle hair. So let me tell you girls, first things first, this brush I did receive with Main Chick, like when I got the hair, and let me tell you something, I freaking love this brush to death. So thank you so much. This is like my favorite brush out of all. So for those of you who've been asking me where did I get the brush from, I actually received it from Main Chick. I have 3 bundles of their curly hair, and it is so pretty, very neatly wrapped with the pink bows. And like I said, it's 3 bundles. Curly hair is big, so I really didn't need a lot, and plus the lengths were like decent length. So the closure right here, I do believe it's 16 inches. If not, then I'll post the information of what it is. But ooh, it smells good. Okay, first of all, the first video I ever did for them, that hair smells so damn good, like oh my god. And the same thing, I don't know what they used to wash their hair, but after I designed the wig and I washed it, it still smells so good, like from what they did. So whatever they're using, keep on using it because it smells amazing. So this is the hair, and it smells beautiful. And the closure, and like I said, it's curly, and I think it's 16 inches. It might be 18. It looks like it's 18. But either way, I'll list it below. As always, I do put up my closures to the light to see what it looks like. And the knots are very decent. Main Chick's hair is like bomb. I don't have any issue with their hair. This is like a natural dark brown. You can see how natural it is. There's no dye job or anything. And these curls are tight. And what's funny is they already washed it, so the curls are not uniformed anymore. I have a 20-inch and 2 20 inches and an 18-inch bundle. And this hair is gorgeous. So first of all, their hair comes with their tags. Main Chick curly hair, 20 inches, 1B, or color 1B. It's not really a 1B, it's a natural virgin hair, but they put the color there because that's what it resembles. And it smells so damn good. But look at the curl pattern. So it's like I said, it's already been washed, so this is not uniform curls. So this is going to be some pretty hair, really thicken up. And this time around, I'm not going to be sewing my closure or my tracks too close because I only have 3 bundles. But the bearding on this is really neat, and it's super double wefted, so you get like a lot of hair. So yeah, you girls, I love Main Chick. They have like the best hair, and like I said, it is not from it's not from a foreign country. It is from the United States. So I love to support my peoples out here in the US, as well as all over too, so it really doesn't matter to me. But I do like their quality of hair. They have some really beautiful hair. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to change the color of this and like balayage the color or just dye it, because I want something totally different this time around, because I love curly hair. Like, it is hot out here and curly hair is totally in. Like, I love curly hair, especially because I know how to maintain it. Wavy, of course, is one of my faves, but curly is second in line. And then after that, there really ain't much, okay? But that pre-ombre that I did get the first time was bomb ass, all the way fire. So yes, stay tuned for the finished portion of this video. And like I said, there is a coupon code for you girls below, so that way you can save some money at Main Chick. So yes, hunties, let's stay tuned and check it out. Alright ladies, so I'm going to be using Dark and Lovely's box dye, and I'll post the colors for you girls below. The first 2 colors I'm going to be using 2 of each. Originally I'm going to be using 4. So what you want to do is make sure that you have a mixing bowl. Really don't need one, but this is the best way to distribute the actual hair dye. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the box. It does contain all of the products that you need, so you want to go ahead and mix those properly. I'm going to go ahead and pour the solution into the applicator bottle. I'm just going to go ahead and snip the top, which is instructed, and shake it really well for a few seconds. As well as I'm going to also do that to the second box, as you see my hair opening. The night lay waste to all we give. And you want to make sure you shake those up really well. And the reason why I said it's really great to have a mixing bowl is because you're going to be using a hair dye painting brush, so it's always best to have a mixing bowl. So you want to go ahead and open the top and pour that entire bottle into there. Mixing bowl, try to get out as much product as you can. As you see me tapping on the sides, I'm trying to get all my money's worth out of this bottle. And I've actually done this method before. It's a lot easier to do box dye because there's no brassy tones, especially if you want like a basic brown. You want to make sure to put the gloves on that do come in the package. So being that I have 4 boxes, I'm only going to use 2 of the gloves. And I'm going to go ahead and place those on my hand. And it does come with some conditioner, but I never really use that. But I do save it because you never know. You just may need it. So if you see right here, my closure parts have rubber bands. And I put those rubber bands in the closure parts. I section them out because the rubber band helps me stop from where I want to actually dye the hair. So it allows my roots to stay darker. So the rubber bands are actually a marker for where to stop. So I'm going to go ahead and take the hair and section it in pieces so that way I can actually dye the hair the way I want to. So it's no even pattern, just want to pull enough down and pin it up. And you're going to take a little bit at a time and you're going to use your painting brush and just paint that on. I'm not going to paint all the way up to the roots of the hair, if that's what you want to call it, only because I want it to be darker at the top, just to make it look like that the hair has grown out of my roots. So you want to make sure you're saturating this hair properly. I'm not going to dye the underneath portion of the hair because this is like a balayage method, so that is the only reason why you see me painting the top. However, that dye will seep throughout the hair, so it's really not a big deal if you don't paint the bottom portion, especially if you don't want it all one solid color. If you want darker colors in the hair, then of course you want to just paint the top. And as you see here, I'm just going a little bit faster and I'm just painting the top of the hair, saturating the hair with this hair dye. Of course, it's not going to change automatically, but you will see over time that the hair will change, especially if you leave it on. Now the box dye does say to leave it on, I think about 25 to 30 minutes, but because this is virgin hair, I leave this on for like a couple of hours. It's not going to burn the hair, it's not going to scorch it, it is virgin hair. So, and of course, being that it's not growing out of your scalp, there is no heat. Normally when you are doing your own hair that is growing out of your scalp, you will need to leave it on for a lesser time frame because your scalp does penetrate or does actually make heat, which will actually make the product how do I say this? It will just make the product work a lot faster. So being that this is on a mannequin head and there are no roots, you can keep it on a little bit longer than suggested on the box. Now onto the next color. Of course, that does look like Beyonce, but it's really not. And I just chose this honey blonde because I wanted a little bit lighter color in the front as well as some of it in the back. Now I am going to go over some of the portions in the back. This will give it kind of like highlight colors. And as you can see, the hair is saturated really, really well. And sometimes I'll comb it through, but with this method, being that I'm painting it on, I don't really have to. The hair is super saturated. And you just want to take a little bit at a time. Being that you've already went ahead and saturated it prior, you can just pick up certain sections and just choose which ones that you want to add the lighter box dye onto. And there's no particular order of where you want the roots to stop. I just eye it, just basically wing it, because I don't want like a line of demarcation. I want it to look as natural as possible. Now onto the closure, like I said, it does have rubber bands, and the rubber bands do help me stop from where I want to bleach or dye any hair, because I do like my roots to be a lot darker. I want them to have the natural color on the actual roots. So that is the reason for the rubber bands in the hair. And I can do a full tutorial of just a closure if you want me to. Just leave a comment below and I'll show you how I just do a closure, bleached or dyed with the rubber band, so that way your actual roots look darker. Once you're done with this, you just want to place the plastic bag on it and allow it to sit. I'm going to let it sit for like 2 hours and then I'm going to come back to it, and of course you're going to see the finished look. Okay, love, so I'm done with the unit. As you girls seen, I went ahead and dyed it with 4 boxes of Dark and Lovely. There were 2 different colors, and that was just to give it a kind of more or less highlight effect, 2 different type of colors, so you'll see different strands. But she's gorgeous. Like, she came out a really pretty color, and I hope you girls can see her on camera. It's like a chestnut kind of brown, and it's a little bit lighter towards the front. I did tweeze the part in it, some of the closure. I did tweeze that because the hairs were a little bit too close for my liking. But other than that, this hair is gorgeous. It still smells good. Like, I don't know what they put in this hair at Main Chick, but even after me dyeing it and using my own conditioner, whatever they used, you can still smell it. Like, it just smells so good. And I can also still smell some of the hair dye, which I kind of like that smell. So yes. So let's get it started with this tutorial. So prior to that, I did sew some combs in. This time around, I do have 4 combs in, like always. And I already placed some of my concealer. This is just a lighter concealer to brighten the lace up. Okay, y'all, let's get this popping. So I'm going to go ahead and place this wig on. I've already put my braid pattern the way I want it. So it is situated to go. I got me a little bit of hair for a leave out, of course, because I want that natural looking appearance. So I'm going to take my rat tail comb and kind of like curve part this leave out to match with my actual closure part. And as normal, I'm going to go ahead and use my Eben New York 24-hour edge tamer, which is extra firm hold. If you ladies have not tried this, girls, trust me. Hunties, yes, honeys, yes. This is the edge tamer that is the bomb. And I always use this too. So to make my edges look thicker, I'm going to be using Strand Maximizer, which is a hair filler fiber. And I'll also post that information for you girls below. This is one of my favorites. Of course, I was a Topic girl, but I've moved on. The fibers in this are much thicker. Now for my wig concealing, just to make my part look a little bit more natural, I'm going to be using e.l.f.'s All Over Cover Stick in the color medium with a small brush. I always find it a lot easier to use a smaller makeup brush. That way you don't get any concealer on the hairs. And of course I need to fluff it out, but before I do, I'm going to be using wearing a pair of my new earrings from happinessboutique.com, and I'll post their information below. These earrings are so pretty. They have the best statement jewelry. They are international, Berlin, Germany, but they do have free international shipping. The best statement jewelry. It does not tarnish. It lasts for super long, so make sure you check them out. Just adding a little bit more concealer, and I am ready to go, ladies. Ready to go. Okay, so that was super easy. This hair, for it to be 3 bundles, is a lot of hair. Gorgeous curls. The curl pattern is so pretty. Like, I really like the way the color came out. It's not too golden brown, but it's like a more subtle brown. This is like a pretty chestnut warm color brown, and to highlight it and get color, it's super easy. You don't have to bleach it. Just use some box dye. Also, you don't get like brassy tones in the hair, so that way you don't have to tone it and just do all the extra steps. Just with the hair dye, you can get like a simple, just basic color, unless you're going for like bright pinks and things. Then of course you will need to bleach the hair. But for something like you want like a fall color, and this is still like a really pretty summer color as well because it's a lighter color, then this as well, using a box dye is really easy. So the hair dye is super easy. It didn't dry out. It shed a little bit once I you know, washed and conditioned it, but other than that, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous unit. I like the way the color came out. I did keep the roots dark, as you've seen in the actual video, because I didn't want the hair to be brown all over, especially because my leave out is dark. I wanted it to actually melt basically in my hair, and that's another reason why I went ahead and tweezed some of it, because I do like the part to look as natural as possible. So when it's a super thin part, it really doesn't look too natural to me. But the curl pattern, yes, hunties, yes, very pretty. And of course it can get fuller and fuller here. But this hair right here, Main Chick does have some butter soft bomb ass hair, and I'll post a code for you girls below, as well as a direct link to their website. This is the second video that I've done for them. The first one was out of this world. It was pre-ombre hair, and I absolutely loved that hair to death. Already done for me, so yes. But with this one, I wanted to try something different. I do love curly hair. I don't have too many dark curly units. They're more or less like a brown or a honey glow, like a honey brown or what have you. But for this color, I wanted something a little bit darker. because I already have one that's lighter than this one. So yes, girls, yes, you can check out Main Chick. I will post their information for you girls below. And for the earrings that I'm actually wearing today, they are super cute. These are from happinessboutique.com, and I'll also post the information for this below as well, so you girls can check out their online site. I have quite a few videos featuring their jewelry line, and it is really affordable jewelry, but it does last. And just to let you know, they do offer free shipping. They are an international site. The package did come from Berlin, Germany, so just keep that in mind. You do get free international shipping. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, and like this video. And as always, I'll see you girls on my next video, and stay diva and divalicious.